Hello everyone, this side Manisha Mishra, Assistant Professor in Mathematics, Applied Science Department at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. This college is affiliated to Maths University, Rohtak. Today our topic is types of index number, right? So I have already told you about index number in our previous session, and today we will see types of the index number, right? So let's start it. Okay, a large variety of index number are used in real life, of which three types of indices which are mentioned below, right? So more popular index number are price index number, quantity index, and value index, right? So these are the more popular index numbers. So we always use in our daily life only three methods. First one, price index number. So price index number are used to find change in the level of prices in the current year compared to prices in the base year. Suppose current year the price level of the prices means change the level of the prices means in the current year price is 10 rupees, and in base year price was maybe 20 or maybe less than 10, right? So price index number are used to find change in the level of prices in the current year compared to the prices in the base year. Consumer price index numbers and wholesale price index number are the two most popular among the price indices. So these are the two, consumer price index and wholesale price index. These are the two most popular price indices, right? That means consumer price index and wholesale, both of the prices can be increased or can be decreased, so that increasing or decreasing amount will be calculated by our price index number, right? Value index number. So value index number are used to measure variation in the total monetary value of a variable or variables over a period of time. So value index means we are measuring our index number according to time period, right? There are some inherent weakness in the value indices, like their inability of measuring the separate impacts of rise in prices, which restrict their wider applications in decision making, right? Now, next thing is methods of constructing index number. So there are several methods to construct the index number. That means several means simple and weighted. I have told you about simple and weighted index number, and here we will use simple and weighted index number to construct the index number. Now, various techniques are applied for constructing index numbers. Some of these techniques are based on aggregates, while others are based on relative. In both of these categories, weighted and unweighted indices are calculated. So, index number are dividing into two parts, simple and weighted. Simple is divided also into two parts, aggregate method and price relative method. Weighted method, aggregate method, and price relative method. Right? And price relative method is dividing into two parts, arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and also in weighted, this is also divided into two parts, arithmetic and geometric, right? Now price index number. So simple aggregate method. So simple aggregate method means in this method aggregates of prices of all items of the current year are divided by the aggregates of all prices of the base year. That means current year items prices and base year item prices are dividing into two parts, right? Now, right, and this ratio is multiplied by 100. P01, right? P0 means 1 year is base year and 1 year is current year. I mean zero, if zero is your base year, then one will be your current year. So P01 is equal to series means summation P1 upon summation P0, right? Into 100, right? So this is your simple aggregation method, right? Aggregate means just means combined all the variables, combined or combination of all the variables, all the elements, whatever you have in your series. So this is your base year P0, and this is your current year, right? Now where P01 is price index number for current year, 0 represent your base year and 1 represent current year. Summation P1 means aggregates of prices of all commodities of the current year. P0 means aggregates of prices of all commodities of the base year, right? So there is an example here. This is your 2 marks question, and these types of question can be come in your semester exam, and always had already I have already come in your semester exam. So from the following data, construct price index number, milk per liter, wheat per kg, apple per kg, house rent, 2 rooms, right? Base year price 11, 15, 30, 3500. Current year 12.50, 16, 35, 4500. Right? So our commodities will be milk, wheat, apple, house rent. And base year prices, that means it is P0. And current year prices, that means this is P1. So we need to calculate summation P0 and summation P1. Just write all these value in a formula, then you will get answer. P01 is equal to 128.33. Right? Now, price relative method. So price relative method is a ratio of current price of each commodity, ratio of current price, right, divided by its base year price. This ratio is multiplied by 100. Unweighted price index based on price relatives is obtained by dividing the sum of prices relatives of all commodities by the number of commodities. This for is similar to arithmetic mean. So price relative is a ratio of current price, that means P1 of each commodity divided by the base year price, that means P1 upon P0, right? And this ratio is also multiplied by 100, right? This is your P1 upon P0 multiplied by 100. And another line is unweighted price index, is the sum on price relatives is obtained by dividing the sum of the price relatives of all commodities, right? So you can see here that price relative method arithmetic mean P01 is equal to summation P1 upon P0 into 100 upon n, or summation P upon n, right? You can write this as summation P upon capital N. And price relative method for the geometric mean is P01 is equal to anti-log summation log P1 upon P0 into 100, because geometric mean means it is the nth root of the all the variables given in the series or data, right? So our if you take log on both sides, so it will be anti-log of summation log P1 upon P0 into 100, right? Now P is your price relative, N is equal to number of prices relative. Price relative method, it is better than simple aggressive method because it is not affected by the units of measurement of components, and it is not commodities, and it is not adversely affected by extremely high prices of commodities. Its biggest limitation is the assignment of equal weights to price relatives of all commodities. So this is your demerits, right? Limitations of your price index number, right? So there is another example here. Compute price index based on price relatives by arithmetic mean, geometric mean from the following data. So commodities are given, base year are given, current year are given. So P naught, P1. So you need to calculate first one, P1 upon P naught into 100, right? This is your price relatives. So summation P upon N, you can write also here P01. So first you will calculate your P naught upon P1 upon P naught. So it is your 606.67, means 6 upon 2 into 100, that will be 300. 2 upon 3 into 100, 66.67. 8 upon 4 into 100, 200. 2 upon 5 into 100, 40, right? So you are calculating your capital P by this formula, and you will calculate P01 is equal to summation P upon N. So after summation, you will get 606.67 upon 4. After dividing by 4, you will get your answer of 151.67. So this is your arithmetic formula. Right now, log P, so geometric formula, so you need to calculate log P. So log 300, log 3 value is 2.4771, right? Log P value, log 66.67 value is this one. These value will provide in your exam if this type of question is coming in your exam. So these values will be given, log value will be provided you, right? So don't worry about the log values. Now, because calculator is allowed, so you can use your calculator and easily get these values, right? So after summation log P is equal to 8.2042, then geometric mean formula is P01 is equal to anti-log summation log P upon N. So anti-log 8.2042 upon 4. So it will be anti-log of 2.0510. After taking anti-log of this value, you will get 112.5. So compute price index based on price relatives. So methods are asking here that find by arithmetic mean, find by geometric mean. That means you will calculate by these two methods. You no need to apply this method, right? uh, this method simple for simple price index method, right? So first you will calculate your P, capital P, and your capital P is price relative, right? So after calculating capital P, you will apply your arithmetic formula and also geometric formula, right? These two answers we are getting here. Now, last third point, value index number. So compared to price index and quantity index, value index is less popular, right? V01 is equal to summation P1 Q1 upon summation P naught Q naught into 100. So this is your value index number. Again, V01 means this is your value index number to the current base year to current year, and P1 means price index number to the current year. P naught means price index number to the base year, right? Now Q1 Q0 also quantity index number or relative price index number for the base year and the current year. Now there is an example here. If the volume of sales of a firm increased by 20% while the relevant price index increased from 240 to 270. So 240 to 270 is changing is going 240 to 270. That means this is your base year and this is your current year. Compute the percentage rise in normal for value of sales, right? So volume of sales of a firm increased by 20%, and price index number, that means this is the P naught is given, P1 is given. So compute the percent rise in normal values of sales. So normal values of sales means value index number will be applicable here, formula will be applicable. So V01 means summation P1 Q1 upon summation P naught Q naught into 100. So 270 P1 is given, P naught is given 240, and if the volume of sales of a firm increased by 20%, right? That means total will be 100 plus 20. So 20% means 120 upon 100 into 100. So total answer is 135. That means the percentage rise in nominal sales is 35, right? Means we will divide my 135, and minus will be in 100 will be minus from this sale. So our current sale will be 35, right? Then the percentage rise in nominal sales is 35%, right? So this is your example related to value index number. Now there is a limitations of index number, and these limitations always come in your exam. So limitations of index number means index number have certain limitations. Some of their limitations are examined here. First one, proper selections of items. Second one, their price quotations. Third one, weights and choice of base year are crucial in constructing an index number. Fourth one, any lapse in their choice may display on an element of error. Means your selection, proper selection of item means if you are not selecting items very clearly and data whatever, so and their prices, so you cannot calculate your index number, right? Because index number is calculating by the time period and also by the prices, right? Their price quotations, I told you about price. Weights and choice of base year are crucial. Means weight means apple and vegetables and wheat grains are always have price in weights, and milk or water or something, they have price in liters. So weights and choice of base year are crucial in constructing an index number. Any lapse in their choice may display an element of error that may make index number incomparable. Moreover, we assume that quantities consumed in the current period are more or less the same as they were in the base year. But for all practical purpose, they may not remain constant because of rapid rise in income and globalization of economy. That means all are depends on income, income or means what is the growth of the income, right? So means all are depends on the income of the all over the situations, right? Economy or whatever, all depends on the economy of the globalization. Means if suppose economy is good, then we can say that our present prices and shares, right? So can be increased, right? If economy is good. If economy is down, then share prices also be down and everything price, but values of the items prices always increase, right? So this is depends on the economy of the global or whatever is there. Quantity index number. So what is quantity index number? An index that measures changes in quantity levels over time is called a quantity index, right? Means a measure that measure changes in quantity levels. Sometimes we are getting good supplies, we got good supplies, but sometimes we will not get, means हमें नहीं मिलती है कोई भी चीज supply. So these are the quantity levels. Means measures changes in quantity levels over time is called a quantity index. Probably the best known is quantity index in the index of industrial production. Means कभी production बहुत अच्छा होता है, कभी production नहीं अच्छा होता है, डाउन चल रहा होता है, तो हमें वो चीजें नहीं मिल रही होती हैं. तो these are this index number is calculated by the quantity index number, right? Now another thing is test for an ideal index number, right? So there are four methods, and factor reversal test and unit test, circular test. Means factor reversal test, 2 marks question can be come in your exam, that write unit test, write time, write a short note on time reversal test. So just see that test for an ideal index number. So there are four methods here. First one, unit test, time reversal; second one, time reversal test; third, factor reversal test; and fourth, circular test. Right? So first one, unit test. The unit test requires that the formula for constructing an index should be independent of the units in which or for which prices and quantities are quoted. All formula except the simple aggregate index formula satisfied this test. Right? So unit test, that means unit test requires that the formula for constructing an index should be independent of units. Right? So in which your unweighted aggregates index formula always satisfied units, means you will use your unweighted aggregate formula, that means P01 and for the arithmetic and P01 for the geometry. Now, second one is time reversal test. So this test is based on the analogy that an index should work both backward and forward. That means base year and from the current year. Thus, two price indices are reciprocal to each other. That means P01 is equal to 1 upon P10. That means 0 to 1 means base year to current year is the reciprocal of the current year to base year, or P01 into P10, always 1. So this is the formula of time reversal test. So remember this formula. This is your 2 marks theory, right? And always come in your exam, write it short note on time reversal test. So just this is the enough lines to write in the to give the answer of the time reversal test. Third one, important, very important, factor reversal test. Right? So factor reversal test means this test is applicable only to weighted index number. Right? Only to weighted index number. The product of price and quantity indices is equal to value index. So this is your factor reversal test. This is very important because this formula will contain a 8 marks question. So we will see the formula is P01 into Q01 is equal to summation P1 Q1 upon summation P naught Q naught, right, is equal to value index number. So P01 means price index number based to current year, Q means quantity index number base year to current year, and P1 Q1 upon P naught Q naught, you know that that is your current year price, current year quantity, base year quantity, and like this, right? Now, P01 means price index for current year, and Q01 means quantity index for the current year, right? And last test is circular test. We will see more example related to factor reversal test in our previous video, in our next video. But fourth point is, last point is circular test. So there is another test with respect to index number. This is known as the circular test. This is it is an extension of the time reversal test. Symbolically, the circular test P01, P12, P2, P23, and so on, Pn minus 1 into Pn0 is equal to 1. So you can see that there is another test with respect to index number. So this is known as circular test. It is an extension of the time reversal test. Means if you have you are applying your time reversal test, so extension of the time reversal test is your circular test, right? Now, this test satisfies the simple geometric mean of price relatives and weighted aggregates of fixed weights, right? So, We will see one examples related to our factor reversal test, and our next topic also be time series. So these topics will be discussed in our previous, sorry, in our next videos, right? Okay, let's prepare our all topics for the exam. Thank you.